What is up, everybody? Infernos here, and welcome back to Star Wars Republic at War. And here we go with this mutinous invasion. Now, I do realize I have been saying this all wrong the whole entire time. Guys, I did not have enough time to show you guys in the previous episode, but this episode, or this battle right here, is long enough and epic enough to be an episode entirely by itself. Delta Squad alone was able to raid this planet from Separatist hands, which is absolutely epic, but my webcam audio, the microphone audio, for some reason glitched out. I don't know what is going on. It seems like whenever I go to a loading screen with Republic at War, my OBS starts to glitch out a little bit, so I definitely will be working with that in the future, trying to fix that. But for now, I'm just going to watch this live with you guys. Now, I had sent Boss to oh my goodness, I haven't drank any water today. It's probably a really bad idea. But I have sent Boss to defend the reinforcement point. He has built a turret and a back-to tank. And I sent Sev to a turbulaser tower. I believe I sent Fixer to the other turbulaser tower, while sending Scorch to the sensor array. I built that back-to tank not knowing that all of Delta Squad can actually heal themselves. That is something I did not know beforehand, but those droidicas were really fucking off Boss pretty quickly, so I sent Boss over to Seb's turbulaser tower, hoping for him not to die pretty much. Did have to sacrifice the reinforcement point, which took away my ability to retreat if need be. I had the turbulaser tower and Sev take those out while Boss retreated. I was just playing with Sev's personal cloaking device right here, trying to figure out what exactly it does. It makes him entirely invisible to the enemy forces, which I could have used a whole lot more in this video, but I did not. I have Fixer defending the other turbulaser tower. Right now, I'm just trying to take out these droidicas, kind of soften their forces before I actually push into the city. As you can see, I'm actually scoping out the landscape, trying to figure out where these flat cannons are. If you don't remember correctly, during my Jedi raid with Mace Windu, Barriss Offee, Master Yoda, and Anakin Skywalker, I actually lost Mace Windu to one of those flat cannons. They did a whole lot damage. I think it was just lucky though, because as you guys will see, those things entirely miss all of Delta Squad once I do indeed push into the city. But now I think I'm going to, I moved Boss back into the center to build those turrets once again. His sprint ability makes moving across the map really, really fast. Fixer's still holding that turbulaser tower, but the Separatists are pushing with those AATs. Luckily, I did accelerate the game time right here, so it wouldn't take too long for me to move across. So things start off really slowly here. I actually did build another back-to tank. Did I? Or I actually got smart and built anti-infantry turret.
Ready to engage.
So I'm going to try to have Boss control the center once again, but I think he loses it once again, if I'm not entirely mistaken. Delta Squad does a whole lot of damage. I absolutely love them. I said in here that I may use Delta Squad for every single invasion, and I am not joking now. I did lose that turbulaser tower to those tanks. I actually had to pull Fixer out of there so he would not die. I thought Scorch's grenade launcher was for anti-vehicle purposes until I started really experimenting with it in this video. You'll see me freak out. Unfortunately, you won't hear it, but that thing just makes a huge circle of fire that no infantry can survive. That thing is overpowered in its anti-infantry role, which I really did hope that it was an anti-vehicle capability, so that I would be squared off against vehicles and such a lot better. But the way it just goes down through infantry, I feel like I have no real need for Sev's sniper rifle, except for like very rare occasions. Now this is where,
Affirmative, sir.
right here is when I get very daredevilish, while I have everybody hold off at the turtle laser tower.
Yes, sir.
I actually sneak Scorch past his flat
sir.
cannon into enemy lines.
Aye, sir.
Is it right here that you see right there I was using Scorch's DC-17, so or the blaster attachment, I haven't quite realized just how effective the grenade launcher is. But Separatists have complete control over our reinforcement point. So we cannot do anything whatsoever retreating wise. But right here I'm like, okay, Scorch, just gun it and hope this thing misses you. And it actually did. I was super happy that it actually missed him every single time. I don't know how Mace Windu died so fast when I tried doing it with him.
Sev, ready to fire.
But I was very happy that I was able to get him through here. Now I'm just going to guard there, create those turrets, and just take out these mutants. The rest of the Delta Squad is effectively protecting that turret laser tower.
Yes, sir.
And there we go. He has successfully killed out all those. Now it's just a matter of capturing these points and putting down some turrets to cover his rear as he infiltrates deeper into the city.
Commencing.
You see, for some reason, the range on it isn't the best. Like, he tries to shoot the building, but he has to get a whole lot closer than he actually thinks his range is. I also was quite upset that his proximity mines aren't like anti-vehicle, because I tried using it against an AAT and it did like no damage whatsoever. So that was a little bit of a disappointment, but to realize that Scorch is actually an anti-infantry role, and a great one at that. He is, after this episode, he is by far my favorite commando now. In case you guys probably do not know this at all, but I was a huge fan of Star Wars Republic Commando. I never had the chance to play it until the best of Star Wars games came out. I think it was in Volume 1 or Volume 2. It came along with this Battlefronts, Star Wars Battlefronts 1 and 2 on the PC. I got that bundle that came with all three. And actually, I wanted these guys to go all the way over here, and for some reason they decided to attack there. I almost lost Sev because of it. Luckily, he had his cloaking capability. Sorry. And Boss had his sprint ability so that I could get out of there. Fixer was still at the turret to take out the pursuing infantry. I was more worried about the AATs on this map, but I did begin to underestimate the battledroids a little bit. As you can see, in Scorch's rear defense, I had only anti-vehicle turrets, so those infantry just plowed straight through.
As you wish, sir.
I absolutely love that Delta Squad can actually heal on its own. It's actually very nice and very effective.
Construction complete. Construction
makes
complete.
raiding a whole lot easier than it really should be. Like I said, when I said that I am going to probably do this for every single planet, I probably will because of how effective it worked, considering how much damage I did. I mean, I conquered this whole entire planet with an army of 4 people. Delta Squad is just incredible in this mod. You do have to use the turrets quite a bit when it comes to the anti-vehicle capabilities, but as long as you can actually get close to the vehicles, Delta Squad can actually mow through them. A problem is the AI in this game. Once Delta Squad does get too close, they start to retreat back. So, because the DC-17 blaster attachment can just mow through absolutely anything. If I would guess if I had Boss square up with the AAT, Boss would win every single time. There's just, for some reason, no match. They really made Delta Squad kind of overpowered in this mod, which makes raiding on the Republic side just that much more important. Why did I actually pause it here? I actually have no idea. I have no idea why I paused this actually. Here I can. I have no idea why I paused it. I have a feeling I said why I paused it right there, but I just don't know.
Turret constructing.
I'm in motion.
So we're going to defend that location with Boss and Sev. We have Fixer
We've secured
watching
a
the
build
Confederacy tower, and we are going to move Scorch into the center of the city.
Delta 62 moving on.
Construction
Just on the
complete.
outskirts of both the power generator and the Separatist base.
We've secured a build
Sir,
pad.
you know patience is a virtue.
Construction
I love
Roger that order.
Scorch's lines. Patience is a virtue and everything else. Scorch is definitely one of the
Construction
most
complete.
wisecracking characters from the Star Wars universe, and I honestly wish there was more
Construction complete.
characters like him, especially in a video
Kill
game
him before they
such
kill
as
you.
the Republic
for action.
Commando was.
Yes,
You had
sir.
a boss who said little to nothing besides issuing orders, but he had the utmost respect and love for his squad. He'd do anything for his squad. Scorch was the wisecracking demolition expert that would forget if it was red, red, green, or red, green, red. Anybody who has played Star Wars Republic Commando would understand
We've
that reference. If
secured
you
a
don't,
landing zone.
please check out Star Wars Republic Commando. It's
sir.
by far one
I
of
can
the
do that.
best
Targets confirmed.
Star Wars games, let alone first-person shooters of
I'm
all
on it.
time. I actually took some damage from the flat cannon here.
Moving into
Was able to
position.
figure out just
On my way.
was able to figure out the range on that thing. Luckily, it can't hit infantry unless they're moving entirely
Roger
still
that.
or unless it gets completely lucky.
6-2, combat ready.
At this point, I'm just trying to just hold off these infantry. I realized
Roger that order.
Scorch alone would not be able to advance just because of the sheer amount of infantry
Yes, sir.
in this area. I actually started to get really scared because I just thought he would be overwhelmed at some point.
Affirmative,
Luckily,
sir.
I did have that
As you
anti-infantry
wish, sir.
turret there that would just
You got
take
it.
a lot of the pressure
Yes, sir.
off of
Affirmative, sir.
him. This is where I experimented and realized just how overpowered the grenade launcher. Look at this. Look at it, guys. It just creates like a huge circle of fire. It's actually really funny because he can attack while
Aye, sir.
he is moving. So if any infantry crosses his path while he is running, this is
Commencing.
right here when I realized that grenade launcher
As you
just
wish,
doesn't
sir.
do anything to the AATs. But the fact that I shot that grenade launcher
sir.
so long ago and it's just destroying the infantry
Delta
that
62
go
moving
through
on.
it just is just incredible. I absolutely
Go
loved
home,
it.
sir.
And the fact that he's just not taking that much damage
Got it,
at
sir.
all from any of this that is
Got it,
going
sir.
on. He is
I
down
can do
to
I'm on it.
3/4 health, but hasn't taken that much damage. I think I retreat him all the way
Ready, sir.
to the
I'm
anti-vehicle
on it.
turret that I have stationed while I move Boss and Sev
Moving
over.
on.
I'm going to try to get
Moving
them
on, sir.
in there to reinforce
Scorch,
him.
good for engagement.
Kind of risking it because I no longer have that reinforcement point. Then again, if I am able to
I
get
can
them
do that.
into the city, I can capture the
I
reinforcement
thought
point
you'd never ask,
in
sir.
the city
I'll
to
blast them to
get
bits.
things
Moving into
done.
position.
That AAT is down, so I'm going to move Scorch up once
On
again.
my way.
Create this anti-infantry turret to help me mow down these infantry until the rest of Delta Squad
Roger
get
that.
here.
We've secured a
Ready,
build
sir.
pad.
And while I do that, I
Ready
am
to
going to
engage.
be moving Boss
Not
and
a problem.
Sev
Yes,
up.
sir.
I actually
On my
use
way.
Boss's sprint ability and Sev's cloaking ability to get them
Monsters.
past this flat cannon without any
Seth, ready to
Construction
fire.
complete.
any concern. Scorch is still holding
Kill 'em
it down
before they kill
very, very effectively. I still don't understand how Mace Windu died so fast from that flat gun when Delta Squad can just
Set
literally
correction.
run past it. Don't understand why. Maybe it was just a coincidence, or maybe he was in. Maybe he had paused for a second and I just never noticed. I just love this because he could
We've
literally
secured
stop
a
shooting
build
and
pad.
the infantry would just walk through and they just die instantly. Yeah, I'm freaking out
Roger
here
that
just because of how nice and effective it is. Scorch
We've
really, when
secured
he's using
a
that grenade
build
launcher,
pad.
cannot be stopped
Turret
by
Yes,
any
sir.
infantry unless it has a sniper
Yes,
rifle
sir.
and just kills him at
Moving out.
range. This is the
Sir,
part
you
where
know
I actually
patience
start
is a
moving
virtue.
them
Yes,
up
sir.
to reinforce. Start using Scorch to capture this reinforcement point. No point really, but if I do need to retreat, then I actually
Construction
have a means
complete.
of them escaping since they're so far up in the
We've
city.
secured
Build
Ready
an
to
anti-vehicle
engage.
turret. Send boss
Moving to
up with
position.
his sprint ability, trying to get him up there as
Construction
fast as he
complete.
can.
Sir.
Moving Sev up with his sniper
Yes, sir.
rifle.
We've secured a
And
landing
I
zone.
6-2,
don't
combat
want
ready.
to be in
Roger that order.
conflict. I don't want to be as in conflict as much
Ready,
as
sir.
possible, so I actually do
Aye,
use
aye.
these guys
We've
to wipe out
secured
these
a
buildings,
build
which
pad.
does take a considerable
Scorch,
amount of
good for
time,
engagement.
but that completely secures
Turret
our
constructing.
means
Ready,
of
sir.
retreat. This AAT was
You got it.
pissing me off though,
Yes,
because
sir.
all I wanted to do was build this
Affirmative, sir.
anti-vehicle turret, and I think
Ready
it
to
took
fire.
a good like 6
Rule number
times
one.
for it to
Kill
actually
'em before they
happen.
We've
He kept
secured
destroying
a
it as it
build
was
pad.
being built. I think he destroys that one as
Reinforcement
well.
point contested.
Oh no, he
Set for
actually
action. As you wish,
attacked
sir.
us.
Aye, sir.
Scorch.
Rule number 1.
So yeah, I get
Kill
him really,
'em
really
before
close,
they
but I
kill
just
you.
realized it's just
Target's
it doesn't do
confirmed.
enough damage. So I just go with the blaster,
Affirmative, sir.
and it just
Delta 62 moving on.
slows him
Got
down.
it, sir.
I love that grenade
As you
launcher.
wish,
I
sir.
love Scorch as a.
Aye, sir.
If it was an
Construction
anti-vehicle
complete.
role, I think I'd like it a
I can do
whole
that.
lot more. But
Commencing.
just watching
I'm on
these
it. Moving
infantry
into
just
position.
get completely
On
demolished
my way.
by that
Yes,
glob
sir.
of fire.
Check.
It's just
We've
incredible.
secured a build pad. Turret
Thinking
constructed.
I
Sir,
tried to
you know
build this
patience is a
anti-vehicle
virtue.
turret. I don't think I don't recall succeeding at all.
Turret
Yes, sir.
constructing.
But I do need to start working on these buildings here.
Ready,
Yep,
sir.
and they destroyed
6-2,
the turret
combat ready.
once again. I'm gonna send
Roger that.
Scorch
We've
after us.
Got it,
secured
sir.
a build pad.
I can do that.
Construction complete. We've
And
lost
this
a
is where
build
I
pad.
tried to destroy it with the
Roger that
mines.
order.
and
Point
it just
contested.
it
Yes,
didn't
sir.
work out. It didn't do any
Ready to
damage, I
engage.
don't
I
think,
hear ya.
whatsoever. So
We've
I'm actually
secured a build pad. We've lost a landing zone.
going to keep continuing to
Scorch, good for
destroy
engagement.
those
You got it.
buildings. Try to get Scorch has actually been taking a whole lot of damage. I was actually
Ready to fire.
afraid of losing him at this
Ready,
point,
sir.
especially with the infantry
Yes,
still
sir.
spawning. I was very fearful that I would lose him, and I have a feeling that I would
Turret
not have been able to
constructing.
win
Yes,
this
sir.
battle at all without Scorch. He was definitely the real MVP
Kill 'em before
of
they
this
kill you.
battle.
We've
I
secured
thought
a
you'd never
build
ask,
pad.
sir.
Eventually, I do realize that Fixer is under no threat
blast
whatsoever,
the
so I
pits.
do actually move him
As you
up
wish, sir.
to reinforce them.
Set for action. Aye,
I
sir.
did destroy one of those buildings,
action.
but I really want to build this anti-vehicle turret, but they just won't let me.
We've lost a build
I
pad.
do
Sir,
have
you know
another
patience is a
AAT,
virtue.
but I have an anti-infantry turret there.
We've
So
secured
I
a
don't
build
recall
pad.
how I do this. I do move Fixer over
On it, squad
right
leader.
here.
Yes, sir.
And this is
Turret
where the
constructing.
AATs start
Combat
to
ready.
push considerably, which
Roger
I
that
was
order.
a bit afraid,
Rule number one.
not knowing
Kill 'em
about the
before they
squad's
kill
power.
you.
But just look how
We've
fast
lost
they
the
just
Burn
melt through
turbo
these
laser
tanks,
tower.
even without anti-vehicle capability. They just
We've secured
they're overpowered.
Delta
To
62
be
moving on.
honest,
Affirmative, sir.
if I would do anything to this mod, I would make Scorch's grenade launcher like an anti-vehicle, like rocket launcher
Turret
type of thing. Kind of like
Good for engagement.
do the damage, kind of like the Plex launchers did for the Rebels in the Empire at War Vanilla version
We've
of the
secured
game.
a build pad.
As you wish, sir.
And then I would just probably reduce Delta Squad's damage against
I can do
armored
that.
enemies.
I'm on
But
it.
other than that, I
Aye,
find
sir. Moving into
absolutely
position. On my
no
way.
problem
Construction
with how
complete.
overpowered Delta
Commencing.
Squad is. Probably because I am the
We've
Republic.
lost
that
a
order.
build pad.
Just having something that gives me an advantage is nice in this mod.
We've
Separatists
secured a build
very
pad.
early in the game are just so overpowered because of their sheer numbers, especially against the hard AI. I'm not entirely sure how the AI work in this game, but if it works like other games do, I'm pretty sure they just get more funds, starting funds, than I do. I think it's a multiplier or something, plus the actual like
Got it, sir.
AI in battle is
Construction
also a lot
complete. Sir,
smarter,
you know patience
and
is
they
a virtue.
build more effectively.
Yes,
but
sir.
I'm pretty sure they start off with more funds than I do, which might describe the sheer numbers. Then again, the droids are relatively cheap
Yes, sir.
yet, and can be
I'm up
built
for
very,
action.
very fast, which is what the Separatist strong point is. Pretty much my opinion with the Separatists is you have to play
6-2,
very, very
combat
aggressive
ready.
very early in the game, because once
Scored
the
good for
Republic just
engagement.
advanced their tech level, you will just eventually
Ready for
be
action,
overwhelmed. I actually sent a
Read you loud and
fixer
clear.
to start
Affirmative,
building
sir.
those turrets, so I have a little bit more
We've
behind
secured
me.
a build pad.
So I don't just have to
Turret
worry about that
constructing.
whatsoever.
Ready, sir.
I never have to worry about my flank at all.
Ready, sir.
I actually built an
Rule number
anti-vehicle
one.
turret, or at least
Kill
I
them before they
attempted
kill
to.
you.
But they keep advancing these tanks. Once the tanks got low on health, they
Set
actually
for action.
retreat to defend
You got it.
that flat
Construction
gun, which
complete.
had me absolutely scared, because that flat gun is right next to the power generator I need to destroy in
can do
order
that.
to open up the map pretty much for me.
Affirmative,
So
sir.
because of that, I was very, very
Sir,
scared
you know patience is a virtue.
that I wouldn't be able to
Understood.
destroy the power generator just
Yes, sir.
because of that. I actually should
Turret
have muted this
constructing.
thing.
6-2, combat
Terribly,
ready.
terribly sorry. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed
We've
that
secured
Overwatch
a
build pad.
highlight yesterday. That was from a stream some
Aye, sir.
time ago, I think in the beginning
Delta 62,
of
moving on.
May.
Got
That
it,
was
sir.
actually during the beta, I believe, when that
Turret
occurred.
Set for
constructing.
battle. Understood, sir.
And it was just very, very hilarious. Just having me as the lone
Construction
bastion,
complete.
just being healed and
Scored
given the
good for
damage
engagement.
buff by 5 mercies. It was just an incredible experience. It would have been a whole
Ready,
lot
sir.
funnier if we actually won
Yes,
with
sir.
that method, but I
Yes,
think
sir.
it was
Rule number one.
it was entirely
Kill 'em before
worth
they
it in
kill
the end. I do have a whole lot
Construction
more
complete.
Overwatch content coming to you guys. It's just a matter of me going through and actually editing it.
We've
I have a
secured a landing
whole
zone.
bunch. The daily uploads still continuing. We just have reached over a week shooting for that 2-week mark. We're just going to take this one day at a time. I really, really do want to do this. Maybe
Set for
not
action.
through college, because that might be asking a little bit too much to be able to keep that up during college. But definitely throughout the entire summer, I will continue to be doing those daily uploads while streaming
Sir, you know patience
Friday
is
and
a
Saturday
virtue.
nights. I
can
still
do
haven't
that.
worked out a way for me to stream more.
I'm on it.
But I definitely will be working
Moving
on it
into
right
position.
here. It's just absolutely
way.
hilarious. I actually
Roger that.
I was just going to send them up just to see if they would take damage, and then I realized that they don't
Roger
take
that
damage
order.
from that flat gun at all. So then
Yes,
I'm just
sir.
like, fuck it.
You got it.
We're just going to charge in. See, Scorch can just use
Yes,
his
sir.
grenade launcher while running, and he just
I
destroys
thought you
those
never
minions.
asked, sir.
But right here, I just send them straight in against these AATs. This was a very, this was so risky
wish, sir.
in so
Aye,
many
sir.
ways. This was probably the dumbest idea
Delta
I
62,
probably
moving
could
on.
have possibly done. But the fact that it actually worked,
Got it, sir.
I was so
I can
scared.
do that. I'm on
I
it.
really did
Moving
almost
into
lose
position.
boss here.
Not my
He
kind
was
of-
so
On
close
my
to death.
way.
I think someone
Roger
else
that.
was close to
Delta
death
squad
as
moving up.
well by the end of this.
Yes, sir. Roger
It was
that order.
Fixer that I had almost lost. Fixer was a lot closer to death. But for some reason, the
We've
hard AI
secured
isn't smart
a
enough to
build pad.
realize that
Combat
I'm
ready.
completely blocked in. I was freaking out here. I'm able to build this anti-vehicle turret, able to build the anti-vehicle turret to the north as well. Use that to
Scorch,
destroy
good
the
for
AATs
engagement. Ready,
and
sir.
the power
Yes, sir.
generator. And from there, it's just a matter of just wiping out the separatist forces
Need
on
something.
this planet.
On my way.
Munilist.
Roger that.
Construction
I still don't know how to
complete.
say that. I probably never will. The diehard Star Wars fans are probably
We've
scrutinizing me in
secured a build
the
pad.
comments.
Turret constructing.
I probably deserve it,
Yes.
to be quite honest, because I absolutely love Star Wars, and the fact that I don't know is pretty sad, to be honest. But
Rule
we
number
build
one.
that turret.
Kill 'em
I
before
actually
they kill
split
you.
them up here, just so they'd have an anti-vehicle turret. Each uses
Construction
anti-vehicle
complete.
turret to wipe out that power generator, so those flat guns are completely useless to the separatists. 3, 2, 1, and kaboom. And there
Set for
we
action.
go. Use
I'll
those to
blast
wipe
them to
those out,
bits.
and I just send
Sir,
them
you
after
know
these
patience is a
tanks.
virtue.
Just,
On it.
I love Delta Squad in this mod. This mod has given me even more reason to love
Yes,
Delta
sir.
Squad. If you guys didn't know, I was actually
6-2,
also.
combat
You
ready.
guys don't know. I don't
You
know
got it.
why I say that. You guys don't know this at all. But I was actually a fan of
We've
the
secured
Republic
a
Commando
build
and
pad.
Imperial
Turret
Commando
Scorch,
constructing.
good for engagement.
book series by
Yes, sir.
oh shoot, what is her name? I forget her name now, but I was a huge fan.
Roger that
I
order.
was so heartbroken when they canceled the series
Rule number 1. Kill them before
for
they kill you.
the Clone Wars book series.
Targets confirmed.
Construction
And
complete.
I'm pretty sure I stopped reading Star Wars books the day that happened. Her name started with a K. I think it was Karen something, if I'm not entirely mistaken. But I was a huge fan. I got the
Affirmative,
book
sir.
because of how much I wanted to play the game. I wanted to play the game since it came out. But I never was able to because I didn't have an Xbox.
Ready, sir.
It came out on Xbox, and I didn't have a good enough PC at the time to get the PC version either. And even when I did, I kind of forgot about it for a time until that trilogy game,
As
the
you wish,
trilogy Star Wars thing bundle came out with the 2 Battlefronts and Republic Commando, and at that point, I played the game for my first time, absolutely loved it. I think I played the game. I can't even tell you how many times I have played the game. It was years after its release. I actually almost lost to that AAT right there. But we did destroy the Light Factory.
You know, patience is a virtue.
One Light Factory
Aye, sir.
and one Droid Factory
Aye, sir.
left.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That
sir.
AAT starts pushing us. They had that anti-infantry
Combat
turret, and I
ready.
keep
Zero
forgetting
target.
that fixer can actually control turrets. I was so close. Look how close his health was.
Right.
I think one more shot from that
Scourge good for
AAT, and
engagement.
he would have been extinct.
Moving
And
out.
I'm not entirely
As you
sure,
wish.
but I think
Ready,
in this
sir.
mod, if you lose boss, then Delta Squad has to go through a cooldown. I'm
Ready
not
to engage.
entirely sure though.
Rule number
It
1.
might be where
Kill
you,
'em
if you
before
lose
they
a
kill you.
majority of Delta Squad, then you have to experience that cooldown. But here, I didn't realize that they had another Light Factory until right around this time I realized it. I thought that one Light Factory that I had destroyed was the only one, so I was hoping
Delta
that
62
once I
moving
destroyed
on.
those AATs, I
Commencing.
wouldn't have to deal with them anymore.
Enemies
I actually
go
did
boom,
get
sir.
smart here. Although
to
Fixer
engage.
can indeed hack
Set
those
for action.
turrets, I just used
Sir,
Sev,
you know, patience is a
his
virtue.
sniper rifle, to take out the turret from a distance, so it couldn't attack
by.
me whatsoever. Eventually, I do move Boss back up once he has regenerated his health
Yes, sir.
a bit more. Send a Scorch and Fixer to take out that AAT
I'm up for
right
action.
there, or that anti-vehicle turret did it for me.
6-2, combat ready.
Have them
Scorch good for engagement.
take out those mutants
Yeah.
while Sev
Good is gone.
finishes
Ready, sir.
destroying the anti-vehicle turret,
Got
or
it, sir.
anti-infantry turret. I just don't know my turrets now. I haven't played this game. I haven't played Empire at War until I actually installed
can do
this
that.
mod, because I have, like I said in the first video, I have been a fan of the Star Wars Clone Wars series, and I was heartbroken when they canceled it too. Disney just ruined my dreams entirely. They got rid of Republic Commando and went for the Clone Wars. Then they got rid of the Clone Wars TV series when Disney bought it, and then
Sir, you know, patience is
Star
a
Wars
virtue.
1313 was canceled because of the purchase of LucasArts
Copy.
from
Ready for action.
Disney.
Yes, sir.
So both Light Factories are down. I think there was just one tank left, or 2 tanks left. I destroyed that one, and I think there's one more guarding a flak gun somewhere. That ended up being the last unit that I had to destroy. Have Boss make that turret ready towards the AI in this game is just so smart. The moment they realize you're building an anti-vehicle, they just destroy that thing instantly because they just don't want to deal with it at
We've
all.
lost
I
a
do
build
move them
pad.
back. I think this anti-vehicle turret is built in time to attack this AAT, but I don't think it had enough health to actually
Construction
destroy it.
complete.
No, it does not.
6-2,
So
combat ready.
I built an anti-vehicle turret
Turret
here and
good for
take out those
engagement.
droids. I think, does that AAT push
Got it,
me?
sir.
No, my anti-vehicle turret that was
I thought
near
you'd
that
never ask,
extinguished Light Factory to destroy it. There was actually another
I'll blast
tank
them
there.
with
They actually had an anti-aircraft turret, which I thought was hilarious. Why would
Ready,
you have an
sir.
anti-aircraft
On
turret?
it.
This is a commando raid. I don't have
Rule
any
number 1. Kill
anti-air
them before they kill you.
air capabilities whatsoever.
Construction
Destroy this
complete.
Light Factory, and
Set for
now
action.
these
I can do
separatists
that.
have no
I'm on it.
means of building any more droids whatsoever.
Sir, you know
Now
patience
it is
is a
just a
virtue.
matter of destroying what is left of the Separatist forces.
Moving into position. Roger that order.
I send them over here to destroy those droids, and after I destroy those droids, I'm pretty sure that the only resistance I have left is that AAT down by the flag gun. If I am not entirely, you guys can see this is where I'm searching for
Yes,
it.
sir.
They
6-2,
started
combat
building an
ready.
anti-infantry turret, but I didn't even
We've
care to
secured
bother
a
with it
build
if I'm
pad.
not
Scorch,
entirely
good for
mistaken.
engagement.
Oh, they
On
had
our way.
actually super battle droids
Roger
right
that.
there. Not like I
Over
actually
one.
cared.
Kill
Delta
them
Squad
before
could
they
take
kill
them
you.
out fast as heck.
Targets
With super
confirmed.
battle
We've
droids
lost
in the
a
mod are
build
a whole lot easier to take out than they are in the actual Republic Commando game. If you guys have played Republic Commando, you know how
Roger
much
that
of
order.
sons of bitches those things were. I send them to take out this last AAT, and that is the end of the raid. Immunelinist, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed a whole lot. This raid was
Ready to
absolutely
engage.
epic. My only
problem.
goal in coming into here was just to
Ready,
destroy
sir.
the power generator, but to be able to raid the entire planet out of Separatist hands was a plus all on its own. The boss could have destroyed this thing so long ago, but he tried to shoot it through the flag, so I actually
Yes,
had to
sir.
move him over manually to
As you
destroy
wish,
the
sir.
AAT. But that
enemy
is
has been
victory
defeated.
right
Yes, sir.
here. I do go over so you guys do know ahead of time for what is happening next episode, because this does go on
System
for
conquered.
a bit longer.
Ready for battle, sir.
I do need to send
Building
some
under
forces to
construction.
take
Ready
out
for
the
battle,
last
sir.
of that droid fleet, but that droid fleet has nowhere to go. They have nowhere to retreat to, so I just need to send a small force to take them out, and we will be all set. I do quite a bit more
Building
building. I did
started.
have some fun, so I started building some space stations.
Building cancelled.
I think Obi-Wan I moved in the last episode. I don't think he is on my Gito anymore. Yeah, so I have already moved Obi-Wan in the previous episode, and Plo Koon as well. Here I'm just fortifying some of these planets, starting to assemble a force
Tactical
that
battle
can take
imminent.
out that droid fleet over Mulinist. I actually do this. Do I do this battle over Rathana? Okay, so I'm actually giving an outro here, which marks the end of the video. So I actually saved the game right as I began this battle, so you guys will be able to participate in the land battle of Rathana coming next episode. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. This has been Infernos on Star Wars Republic at War. I hope you've had a tremendous time with me, and I hope you all have a great day.